be with you guys in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail here. I'm just finishing getting everything set up. Oh, Brian, what am I going to do with you? I just... yeah, he's doing wonders. Anyway, you guys want to give me a call out on the video quality and audio quality? Everything good? By the way, Christy, Uncle Krusty, Brian, nice to all see you in here. Looks and sounds. All right. Well, I was just curious because I'm branching out a little bit. We're pushing out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sites today, so I wanted to see how it's all going to hold up. Shannon, nice to see you. So we're going to start off with a little something different today, I think. We've not done a true product review on this channel yet. And I'm thinking, especially after Amazon Prime days, that got expensive. After that, we'll have some products to review now. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. I don't know. We're seeing what we can push out. Having tons of fun. Anyway, so today we're going to review some camping products. Well, actually, just one line of product for right now. We'll look over the video. You guys can chat during it, and let me know what you think. If you guys have some questions on it, anything like that, at the end, we'll go over that. And if you have some critiques on what you would like to see more in the videos, let me know that too. Anyway, we're going to get it fired up here, and yeah, we'll swing back around to here and cuss and discuss a little later. Hold on. So I got something different for you guys today, a little product review. I did mention that we were going to be doing these soon, so thought I would give it a whirl. Trying to put together the cheapest camping trip I possibly can, and still not forego anything that I might need. So today we're going to start with the Ozark Trail 21-piece table setting. So basically you have enough table settings for 4 people. Pretty inexpensive, but we're going to put it through the test and see if it's going to hold up. Hang in there, guys. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So the Ozark Trail 4-person table set actually starts out at $11.46 at, I know, the hated Walmart. But it comes in a very nice mesh bag for drying. It's got all the pieces that you really need for camping, all that kind of fun stuff. And the graduated cup does make a difference, and you'll find out why later. I kind of want to test this before I get in the field. Last thing I want to do is be out there camping and have something fail on me and not know it was coming. So we're going to beat this up a little bit. I got a nice good sized rock here in the front yard. We're going to smack that set of plates on there a few times and see how they do. And we'll go from there. Rock will probably do, I'm guessing. So, you guys know how it is. When you get to where you're going, and you got your pack on, had it on all day, fairly heavy, last thing you want to do is worry about where you're putting it down at. So you just kind of give it a throw to the ground, kind of bang it up a little bit, running into the side. Let's say you want to just throw it in place, right? And you just throw that over there. Yeah, nice sharp point there too. See if we can get it right on the point. Let's say you trip and fall and come down a little harder. Yeah, I think we'll see how that fared. Well, let's check out how the rock test went. I hate to say it, but I think we have a casualty in here. Doesn't look like it's major, but we got a casualty. I got pieces. Alright, we're gonna get this out of here. I don't know who thought the mesh bag was the best idea. Well, I guess for drying and stuff like that. Uh-oh. I think we see our first casualty. Yep. There's our first problem. One of the clips to hold the silverware together. Looks like it broke. Looks like we may have more than one broke here. Let's see. And it looks like one of the forks we lost it. Well, just lost the hole. But as far as let's keep digging here. So we got one full set there. One full set here. Somehow, oh no, we have two casualties. I'll show you here in just a second. We have another little cheap plastic keeper that broke, which in reality, not a big deal. It's nice to keep it all together, but I'm more concerned about the fork. We lost the end of the fork. That's fairly sharp. That might have to be sanded down or something. Yeah, there's the pieces. Now I guess let's check the plates over. That one's got a pretty good gouge in it right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, right there you can. But it doesn't look like it's not through. So that plate looks okay. That plate looks good. Well, it looks like it's handled it. This was the one I was the most concerned about. You know, it was the one on the outside that was taking the brunt of the beating. But it looked like it fared okay. And of course the silicone did just fine. So far, so good. I mean, I probably beat that thing around a little more than any normal person would. So I'm impressed so far. Let's say. To take some quick measurements here. The plates, well, the plate / bowl, looks like they're just under 9 inches. They're about 8 3/4 inches wide. The silicone cups, I know are 2 cups, so they're a 16-ounce glass. And the reason I know that is because they're actually labeled. I don't know if you can make it out with the light, but it says 2 cup right there. And this measurement is actually going to come in handy, and I'll show you why later. Now, the only problem with these cups, you can see as you hold them, they kind of collapse on you. You want to hold them just up around the ring if you can. There's a hard metal ring implanted in here. Makes it a little easier to drink out of, but if you were gentle and held it down here, you'd be okay. You just don't want to have to squeeze it because it doesn't take much to fold it into nothing. But that's the fun of the foldable cups. They're all this way, unless you get the metal collapsible cups, the telescoping style. But there you're talking more weight. So some of the military guys that I've talked to, they have a saying that says ounces equals pounds and pounds equals suck when you're packing. So this is all pretty lightweight stuff. Yeah. So far I'm impressed. Well, we'll see if it continues. Oh, I did want to check one other thing. And will be important later. So it looks like the spoons are about just shy of 7.5. And if anyone has ever ate out of a Mountain House pouch, you'll know why that's important. We're going to test it out a little bit. We're going to clean these up, put a little food in them, and see how they handle hot food. Kind of go from there. So after a thorough cleaning, just because, well, let's face it, all this stuff is imported, and I felt like it needed to be cleaned. I'm going to show you why having the graduated scale on the cup, where it's from, I think it goes from a 1/4 cup to 2 cups, is kind of important. We're also going to be reviewing some of this stuff in the near future, but this is a Mountain House meal. This is the lasagna with meat sauce. And if you look right here, it says carefully add 1.5 cups of boiling water. So being able to measure out in the field exactly 1.5 cups is kind of important. Now, I have, I'm at home, so I have the Culligan water maker. And it is already pretty much boiling when it comes out of there. And I used the silicone cup to measure, and to be honest with you, it did get a little warm, but it didn't burn my hand. Gotta take out that desiccant packet. Gotta remember to do that with these meals. But I was able to measure accurately 1.5 cups of water. Remember the length of the spoon? How I said it was kind of important? Now you know why. Alright, so we are going to get our lunch started, although it's breakfast time for me. We're going to pour in our 1.5 cups of hot water. Now I'm going to stir this just a little bit, get all the seasoning mixed in, get everything started well. Now the secret behind these is you seal them up and let them rehydrate. They are a freeze-dried meal. You let them rehydrate for, I think it's 4 minutes. 5 minutes, sorry. Then you open them back up and you stir them, close them back up for another 4 minutes, and they're ready to serve. This will be hot enough to test out this plate though. We'll see how it does. Yeah, so far so good. I'm thoroughly impressed with their thinking ahead on the graduated scale on the cup. It did hold up nicely. It's not, it's warm to the touch, but it's not too bad. I think you wouldn't have any problem drinking hot coffee out of it. Yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Be back in a bit. All right, guys, looks like it's chow time. Let's see what we got in here. Whoa. Little lasagna. Yeah. See how that length of that spoon is rather important in these packs? Last thing you want to be having to do is reach way down in there and end up with this all over your hands. Still feels pretty dang warm. Yeah, there'll be plenty there. It's about half a pouch right there. One thing I want to test is because a lot of times you don't have anywhere to set these when you're trying to eat, you know. Wanted to see how the heat came through it. And I can feel it on my fingers, but it's not by any means unbearable. Yeah. Well, we might as well give it a little taste while we're at it. Make sure it's done, huh? You know, we could use a little salt and pepper, but other than that, not bad for a 9-minute meal and fairly light to pack. Anyway, this isn't a review about the Mountain House products. We'll get to that here soon. But yeah, the plate appears to be holding up pretty good. The reason I picked this Mountain House is I wanted to see if it was going to stain the plate, and it looks like it's holding up pretty good. Usually these tomato-based dinners, I guess you would call them, have a tendency to stain everything an ugly orange when they get done, but so far so good. The spoon's a little big for my liking, but well, I got a big mouth. It works out. Yeah, everything is warmed through and fully rehydrated. I don't know. I could eat this. Well, I guess I am eating this. Yeah, well, so far that appears to be working. Not a lot of heat coming through. Let's test the cup here. I don't know, I'm a little nervous about the cups. I don't know, it seems a little flimsy in your hand, but nothing you can't deal with, I guess. It's not too bad. No weird aftertaste. It does, yeah, feels a little strange on the lips, but I think you could get used to it pretty easy. Surprisingly, it's not that bad to drink from. I don't know. I think it would do in a pinch, that's for sure. Anyway, well, we'll get back to it. Well, I guess it comes down to, would I recommend it? To be honest with you, I would. You know, for the price, you can't beat it. It's considerably cheaper than some of the, you know, the Sea to Summits, some of the other options that you have out there. And I think it's going to hold up pretty good. I mean, yeah, we lost a few pieces. Well, didn't really lose the usefulness of them, just kind of lost their appeal, let's say. But is that enough for me to say no? I don't think so. I kind of tortured it a lot more than the average person's going to do. I doubt somebody's going to really beat the crap out of it on the side of a rock like I did. And to see how well it held up, I was pretty impressed. So would I recommend it? Although I know it's a Walmart product and I know it's imported, but if somebody's wanting to get into camping, they're wanting to get their family out there, I would definitely recommend that product. I think anytime you can keep your costs down, it makes it a lot easier, especially in this day and age. So anyway, guys, so yeah, it's a thumbs up from Montana Free for the Ozark Trail 21-piece 4-person table set. Catch y'all later. I was setting up for my product review today, and I noticed I got a little buddy watching me. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's back in the garden area. There he is. A little bucky boy. Little mule deer buck. Oh, and there he goes. Take off through my lilacs. Yeah, he'll sneak around the backside. Scare the crap out of me later here. Well, what'd you guys think? Did it live up to what you thought it was going to be? Did it not fail after I beat the crap out of it on a rock? The Ozark Trail cast iron? Yeah, I've been looking at that. I would want to re-season it myself if it was me, but other than that, I would think it'd be fine. Christy, you like all the me's. Jeff's in Sarasota, Florida. Oh. You are down in hurricane land, aren't you? Tim, I see you have a case of MREs that's specifically for visitors. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea to always re-season your cast iron. Although most of it comes pre-seasoned now, it's Myself, I would like to... Yeah. I was just going to say, Tim, myself, I look for cast iron at a lot of farm auctions, stuff like that. The older used stuff is almost better than the new stuff just because of the casting on it. Yeah. Yeah, the new stuff you definitely have to sand down if you want it to actually be truly non-stick. I mean, anytime there's those little bumps and grooves in there, everything sticks to it, it seems like. Uncle Krusty, thank you for the lemons, and I saw you dropped an ice cream earlier. I appreciate that, sir. Christy doesn't own any cast iron. Well, all right. Well, Christy, I have an upcoming video that's just perfect for you then. It's another product review we're going to do. Let's see. Oh. I picked this up at the same time, so. We have the Ozark Trail cook set. And we'll see how that does. I'm guessing. Unfortunately, I'm guessing everything is going to stick to it, but we'll see. Stainless steel, you should season that also, but lives under Canadian rock. Brian, you must have went shopping at Walmart about the same time I did, huh? And actually, a little hint for you guys on the Mountain House meals. If you watch, if you have a Costco nearby, if you watch them right before hunting season, 9 times out of 10 they bring in the emergency meal kits that have the breakfast, lunch, and dinner for, I think it's 4 people for a week. Really, really inexpensive to buy it that way. I think I paid, I want to say I paid like $70 a box. And it's a fair amount of food. And I think, if I remember correctly, the last time I looked it up on Amazon, it was like $90 a box. So, good place to pick it up at. Nothing's wrong with inexpensive, I guess we can call it survival gear, as long as it's good quality. I would recommend, before you're ever in a situation where you're depending on it, take it out, use it, abuse it a little bit, and see how it holds up. If it doesn't hold up, then it's not worth the money, but a lot of that stuff that's inexpensive is kind of surprising. All right, Jeff. Well, thanks for stopping in. We'll see you later, sir. Ozark Trail, yeah. I don't know. I have some Sea to Summit stuff. I mean, I do own a Jetboil, which is not an inexpensive cook stove. It's a big pot that everything fits in. Yeah. Actually, I have a Stanley makes a base camp set, and maybe we'll look at that too. I've had that for 2 or 3 years now, and yeah, everything fits inside of it. It's great to pack up, and it's a huge stew pot for, an all-day type simmering slow cook soup or stew. The problem with the Jetboil is it's not really good for cooking anything other than boiling water. I mean, it's probably the fastest at boiling water that's on the market. Unfortunately, it's too hot for like a simmer, or you can use a frying pan with it, but man, you got to be careful. It's got 2 speeds. It's holy hell, and it's out. You got 4 kerosene stoves. That's just cheating. And I've seen your kerosene stoves. They're actually dang nice stoves. I still have not come across any out here out west, so I don't know. Hell, Tim's going to corner the market on kerosene stoves. He'll be able to sell them to all of us lackeys out here in the west that don't have access to stuff like that. Man, I need a haircut. Yeesh. I got the whole wings over the ears thing going on. I don't know. But yeah, I think let's see, what do we all have coming? I have one of what there, Brian? You mean the Jetboil, or? Oh, let me see here. I must have links shut off still. Hold on a second here. All right. Try now. There we go. Let's see what Brian's looking at here. Hey, Sheik. How's it going? Well, the good news is, Brian, I wouldn't have to go buy one. I have those. Going camping in Canada? Oh, Lord. Look out, Christy. He's coming your way. Are we even allowed up there yet? I thought that was a no bueno type situation. Yeah, Brian, I have, actually, let's see, I have a knockoff Jetboil coming. I have a freestanding, inexpensive backpack stove coming. And I'm going to try to review all 3, or all 4, I guess I should say, at the same time, and see who does best for what. The knockoff Jetboil I found was, I think, $45, and I paid $110 for mine. So if it works even remotely as well as a Jetboil, it's more than worth it. Tim doesn't care. He's sneaking across the border. Yeah, Brian, I actually have, I think 3 of those. And they work well. The piezo ignition on them is a little touchy. It's good to carry a a lighter with you. Or a fire steel. I do like my fire steels. So why do you regret buying your Jetboil there, Brian? For what they are, I mean, they do well, but... Yeah, I think the last time I timed it, I used cold water just to make it a fair fight. Because most of the time when I'm using those stoves, it's not exactly warm outside. So I think the last time I timed them, the Jetboil took like an hour and a half to boil a cup and a half, or an hour and a half, a minute and a half to boil a cup of water. And the little Electricity jet that you're looking at there, the backpack stove, took just under 4 minutes. Not a huge difference, but you know, those little isobutane cans aren't cheap. So you have to figure out how much fuel you're using too to get that burn. Yeah, hour and a half. On the banks of Lake Ontario. The DIY cook stove? Shannon, I might have missed that. Or are you talking about the solar sun? Oh, that was that solar sun oven that you were talking about. I have looked into building them. The plans that I found so far are pretty... well, they're not for like an extended use. So I don't know. Trying to figure out the best way to build one. I'd like to build one out of like a black ABS plastic, but I don't know if it would get hot enough. I don't know. Or it gets too hot and you go to pick something up and it, you know, flops around like a noodle. That would be bad. Yeah. No, I've looked into sun ovens. I've looked into... The problem with a sun oven is you have to have a sun. And for a good majority of the time here in Montana, sunlight becomes a commodity. Summertime, not so bad. I mean, summertime where sun's up at 5:30 and doesn't go down till 10. Actually 10:30, 11, depending. But wintertime, that's a little trickier here. I mean, dead of winter, sun comes up probably around 9 a.m. And goes down at about 4. So, and it never truly gets high in the sky to where you're, you know, the heat of the day type situation. Now, Christy, Tim was just trying to be nice. Now you're taking after him. Horrible. I'm beginning to think she's a silent but deadly bully. What do you think, Tim? Yeah, I thought it was just time to do some product reviews. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Off to Nova Scotia. There you go. Was there anything that I missed in the product reviews that you guys would like to see on the next go around? Now you did it, Christy. You went and hurt Tim's feelings. See how you are? Gosh, you're just so mean. Anyway, think it over. See if there's something you feel like we missed. Something you'd like to see a little closer on them. And we'll kind of go from there. But I need to shut off a few streams, so bear with me. We're going to shut down, well, everybody except DLive, because we're going to play a little music. And we can kind of cuss and discuss during that. Have a little fun. Then we'll probably look at getting the heck out of here. I don't know. We'll see. The Canadian cyber bully. She's the CCB, huh?